Alright, in this tutorial you're going to learn how to trace round the image that you drew in the last tutorial and turn it into a character that you can use in Anime Studio. Now, I drew a separate one from the one I showed in the last tutorial, and I've imported it now. As you can see, it's huge, because this box here is tiny. So, we're just going to scale this image down. Now, I've imported it as a separate image layer, but you can just as well go View, select Basic Tracing Image. I just like this way because you can move it around. Okay. Now, if you saw the tutorial about tracing characters, the one with Ash in, it's a very similar concept here. It's just you've got your own character here. So we're just going to draw around what we've already got. If you need any help with that, then you need to look at the other tutorial, which is in the sidebar. So I'm going to come back to this once I've outlined most of it. Okay, I'm about halfway done, and I thought I'd tell you something quite important. Make sure you have auto weld turned off for this, otherwise you're going to find yourself in a really bad state when you find out you've welded something that you didn't want to weld. Not so much trouble now, but when you start animating it will be. So, auto weld off. Alright then, I'm pretty much done with the drawing. But as you can see, I've only done half of it, except for the head of course. So why did I only do half of it? Well, this character is basically symmetrical, so why bother doing both halves when you can just easily copy and paste? The reason I done the hair like this is because the hair isn't symmetrical. Alright then, so the first thing we do is select everything except for the hair. Now, we need to move the hair out of the way to be able to do that, and it's kind of annoying because it won't move out of the way because there's so many different parts to it. So, what I'm going to do is select all of it, slowly and painfully. So there we go, I've selected all the hair. But, I'm not going to bother doing that again. What I'm going to do is type in here, hair, create. So, if I accidentally click, and it seems as if I need to select it all again, I just click select group, hair. And there we go. So I can move the hair out of the way. If it helps, you can get rid of the background image. Then I shall also move the head out the way. Okay, I seem to have got the neck here. Okay, there we go, half the body. So, simply all we need to do, oh dear. Okay, select it all, copy, paste, flip, and then move. Now comes the part where we've got to line all this up. So basically what you've got, because you copied and pasted it, you've got two of all the middle points. So what you're going to need to do is just weld all them together. Don't worry if it doesn't match the picture exactly now, because you're going to be slightly more specific than that. Just go down the whole of the middle and join up everything that needs joining up. Alright, there we go then. We've got the whole figure, and now we can just move the head and the hair back into place. quickly make a head group. Oops. Oops. Head. Create. Hair. Okay then. This next stage is obviously colouring, and again this is very similar to the colouring when you're doing ash, so I'll just leave that bit out and come back to it when I'm done. Okay, so he is finally coloured in, and unfortunately there's still a few problems, but luckily, since you haven't been here all the time, you won't worry about me spending another few minutes explaining how to fix these problems. Okay. Here are the shoes. They look very separate, which is not something we really want. So what we're going to use is the hide edge tool. All you need to do is click on the line and it disappears. If you want it back, you just click on it again. So we're going to hide the edges that we don't want. Just going to go looking around for edges that we don't particularly need. You notice here that the arms are separate from the body. This is going to help when making the bones and making it into an armature. Okay. Now last thing I want to do is the eyes, because they don't look very good, let's be honest. You can't see the details of the eyes, so I'm going to get rid of the lines on the eyes. And definitely get rid of the lines on the white of the highlight. There are some things just don't need lines, especially very detailed things. Okay, so that's looking better. It's looking a lot better. Just think we need to change this so it's a bit lighter. Okay, so that's looking okay. That'll be ready for animation next tutorial. No, not next tutorial. Next tutorial is on shading, so you'll learn how to shade, and then you'll be learning to animate. So, thank you for bearing me, and good night.